guys, today I'm filming my Project Tin Pan Drugstore Viewer's Choice Roulette finale. If you guys did not see the intro or any of the updates, I'll have my playlist linked up here. And this challenge was so much fun. I love doing Viewer's Choice Roulette because it gets you guys involved, and you guys always help me go out of my comfort zone and challenge me to use up some tough products. So I'm going to start out by showing you the things that I finished over the last month. I'll show you what I have left, and then I'll give you a rundown of the things that I finished in previous updates to give you my thoughts on everything. So the first thing that I finished this month was the NYX HD finishing powder in the translucent shade, and immediately after my last update I did repress this, and it actually was not super powdery like what usually happens when I repress powders, and this was lasting me a very long time. I actually just finished my last application yesterday, and I had gone out of town and my other face powder was a little bit too dark, so I put this all over my face, which really helped me go through it. This was a very nice pressed powder that I did like using to set my under eyes. It's probably the best pressed powder I've used under my eyes, but overall I do prefer a loose powder like the Mercier or the e.l.f. HD under eye setting powder, so I'll be repurchasing those from now on. But if you're looking for a pressed version, I think this is really nice. My next item is super exciting. I also just finished the last application yesterday, and that would be the Pixi Beauty Blush Duo in the shade Rose Gold. If you guys can see this, the whole highlight side is completely gone, which is so exciting. Again, my goal with this was just to hit pan, so the fact that I finished the whole highlighter is so exciting. Now this is more of a powdery formula, so it wasn't too difficult. I wish this was sold individually. This is just a mini, but they do have a larger size that is the highlight and the blush. I don't like this shade of blush on me. I will not be using it up. I will just be tossing this now. So this is a true rose gold shade, but it is on the lighter side, so it even works for my fair skin tone, which is so rare because most rose gold highlighters, like the Becca one, really only show up nicely on medium skin tone, and they don't work for me because the base is just too dark. But this was incredible. I loved the shade so much, and I really did like this formula. So this is something that I would contemplate purchasing just because I love the highlight so much. My next finished product was definitely a surprise as well, and I just used my last application this morning, so I'm glad I had these last few days to really finish everything off. This is the Mercier Caviar eyeshadow stick in the shade Rose Gold. So you can see it is completely done. I do have product on the inside. I love this color so much that I'm actually going to scrape it out and put it into a little container, and I will try to get a picture of that so you guys can see how much product is down in here. This is just a sample size. I love this. This was such a great formula. It was very creamy without being too wet or too drying. It was very pigmented and it didn't crease on me, but again, I did use it as a base and I did use an eyeshadow primer underneath it. This is a beautiful rose gold color. It's a little bit warmer than it is on the rosy side, so this is something that I would actually repurchase even though it's so expensive because I love this color and the formula so much. I'll probably try to look out to see if I can find some of these little minis on eBay, but if not, next time Sephora VIB sale rolls around, I might be buying this shade again. It was so fantastic and such an awesome base, and seriously, like, I threw it in here just to measure my progress, and it turns out that I was able to finish it, so that feels exciting because I've finished up a cream shadow in a pot before, but I've never finished a cream shadow stick. And again, I know this is a mini size, but that still feels like such an accomplishment, so I'm really excited about that. And I'm also very interested to see how much is left in there. The next item that I finished is the Maybelline Falsies mascara. I think I had been using this for like 4 months, which is usually how long I will use a full-size mascara for, especially because the Maybelline mascaras tend to be very wet. So this is a natural bristle brush, a wet formula. It has this feathered fanned out brush with a slight scoop to it. This mascara gives me such nice volume and fluttery full lashes. I absolutely love this. I really like pairing it with the Maybelline Colossal Cat Eyes mascara. That one gives a lot of length. So together, a lot of really great length and volume, and I love Maybelline mascara so much, and this is definitely something that I'll repurchase. And then unfortunately, I do have a couple products that I wasn't able to finish or hit my goal on, but that's okay because I did try really hard and these were very challenging things. So the first thing was just actually a bonus item that again, I wanted to see if I can track my progress. And this is the L'Oreal Infallible eyeshadow in the shade Amber Rush. You guys can definitely see that huge dip I have in the center. That's so exciting. And this is shadow people have been raving about for years. And I purchased this many years ago and I probably used it 3 or 4 times and that was it. And since putting it in this project, I've absolutely fallen in love with it. It is so metallic and sparkly on the eye. And I really love pairing this with those other Makeup Geek shadows. The combination of all of those shades made me love this more. It was a little bit more dynamic than just pairing it with some brown. So I'm really excited and very happy that I put it in this project. I think that's a lot of progress. And this is something that I'm probably going to put in my 2018 project Use It Up to see if I can hit pan on this next year because I've got a great head start. And then we have my Makeup Geek shadow. So I had someone ask me about this little palette, and this is an Anastasia quad that came for free with some Anastasia eyeshadows. Now they have reformulated this, and instead of being made of cardboard, this is made of plastic, very similar to the MAC quads, but you might be able to find this older style on eBay. I love this because it is able to flip all the way back, and I would rather travel with this than the plastic. So I really love this little palette, and I'm happy that I was able to get one with old packaging. As you can see, I haven't hit pan on them yet, which is so frustrating because I've been wearing this look 3 days a week, and I've been using Frappe actually more than that. I used it a lot over this past month in my crease with other looks, and I wasn't able to hit pan. But if you guys don't remember with the shades that I have, this is Makeup Geek Cupcake, Frappe, and Cherry Cola. Cupcake and Frappe, I think, have really great size dips in them. Oh, it's so frustrating I didn't hit pan, but these are not as powdery as something like an Anastasia shadow or even a ColourPop shadow. So bummer that I didn't hit pan, but I do feel really happy with this progress, and I think also this is going to give me a good head start for these 2 shadows, which I've decided that I want to try to hit pan on in 2018. And then my last item is my NYX Butter Gloss in Creme Brulee. I'm wearing it on my lips today on its own. Oh, I tried again to put this in hot water to get the product to settle, and it wouldn't work at all, which is very annoying. But I have been using this 5 days a week. I've been trying to reapply. Not been the best at reapplying. Some days I reapply 3 times, other days I don't reapply at all. But I have been using it at least 5 times a week, which I'm really, really happy with. And it's just frustrating not being able to actually see the progress. But I know that I am actually making progress because it used to be that I could just take out the applicator and with one dip cover top and bottom lip. Well, now I'm having to dip back in for the bottom lip, and I'm actually having to dip in like 3 times to completely coat my lip. So I know that I am making good progress on this. This is a beautiful peachy pinky nude on my skin tone. I love the NYX Butter Gloss formula. They have a light medium opacity, closer to medium, and it depends on your skin tone and the shade of gloss that you get, but they're not sticky at all. My favorite drugstore lip gloss formula by far. So I absolutely love this item. I totally will repurchase it, but I am going to be tossing this particular tube. I have had this since December 2013, so I've had this now officially for 4 years, and because I have been using it so consistently, I figure it's just time to go. I've gotten my money's worth for sure. And if you guys saw my first impression video on the Neutrogena foundation, you know I'm having a lot of irritation around my mouth, and also for that reason I decided that I wanted to toss this because I have been using it every single day. So this is something that I will repurchase, but not until further down the road because I do have other nude lip glosses that I want to work through, but this is an amazing formula and color. But I have a little question for you guys. I am picking out all the items that I want to try to pan in 2018, and I was going to include the NYX Butter Gloss in the shade Vanilla Cream Pie. It's a really pretty pink that I thought would be awesome to try to pan in the springtime, and I probably won't freaking finish it like this one, but to get some use out of it because I haven't used this one very much. But I bought this at the same time I got Creme Brulee, which means I've had this since December 2013, so this is 4 years old. So I'm going to put a little poll question up here. Should I go ahead and toss it, or should I try to pan it next year? So now I'll give you a quick rundown of the products that I finished up in previous updates just to let you know if I would repurchase them or not. If you want more details, make sure you check out those other updates. So I finished the Hard Candy Glamoflague foundation in the shade Fair. One of the best drugstore foundations, but this shade doesn't match me perfectly. It's definitely too dark and a little bit too pink. I won't repurchase this right now, but it is something that I would consider repurchasing in the future. I finished a Rimmel Stay Matte powder. This is my Holy Grail touch-up powder. It's also really nice to set the face. Absolutely love this. It is in the translucent shade, and I have already repurchased it. Then I have the Maybelline Definer Brow in the shade Dark Blonde. This is something that I used to love back in the day, but since then it is now discontinued, but they did change the formula and the packaging. I do not love it as much anymore. I go through it way too quickly, and I would rather purchase the NYX Micro Brow. I used up the ColourPop Super Shock Shadow in Amaze, which is a beautiful rose gold metallic. This is one of my all-time favorite ColourPop Super Shock shadows. I definitely will repurchase it in the future, but not right now because I do have a couple other ColourPop rose gold Super Shocks to work through, but this is absolutely a must-have. And the last thing is my ColourPop Lippie pencil in the shade Aquarius, my Holy Grail lip liner formula, and the best pinky peach nude on my skin tone. I have already repurchased it. So guys, that was my Project Tin Pan Drugstore Viewer's Choice Roulette finale. Thank you all so much for watching this video. Please like, comment, and subscribe, and I'll talk to you soon. Bye guys.